Oh, we got an update on CNN Plus. Vin just sent it.
Oh, okay.
It's shutting down.
Already.
They were doing so bad.
Hold
They
on,
had
let
like
me-
10,000.
Of course, Vin loves that story because no content is good enough for him. He's like, it hasn't been invented yet. I need someone to read Twitter properly for me. And I was like, and then yesterday, he sends a story after we talked about it because we were more live than him.
Yeah.
The story, the Capitol.
Yes, the plane, the evacuation.
The parachutes.
Exactly.
It was breaking, really breaking. And we were getting to the bottom of it on social media using all the tools required. And then he, 2 hours later, sends the link to the story.
Yeah.
And I say, you wanted live breaking on your couch via social.
Right.
And you're not even there when it's there.
You're not ready for it.
And you know what he said?
Cleaning.
He said, I'm cleaning. I'm like, yeah, right, you're cleaning. You're cleaning with nothing on? What are you cleaning, Vin?
Yeah.
Okay, CNN Plus is shutting down only a month after its launch. Whew. Rugged.
Yeah.
New parent company Warner Bros. Discovery decided to pull the plug on the streaming service after a slow first month. I heard they had 10,000 users.
That's it. Yeah, that's not good.
What happens to these legacy media companies? What happens to the news? Is this the news? Are we the news? This is the news now.
Yeah.
We are CNN Plus. We'll be shutting down next week. Shout out AJ. I guess I didn't even check it out at all.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, we covered this, but none of us were even thinking remotely to check it out.
Or like to get a subscription.
Yeah.
Maybe
even
Vin.
check it
You
out.
would
Hey
be the
Mo,
only
you got the
person.
CNN Plus subscription yet?
So I think that's a pretty obvious sign that like it's not gonna work out.
Why is it that brand and a Plus? You remember when what was it? Beam got bought. Casey's social media by CNN, and then they were kind of working together for a period of time.
Okay.
And there was a lot of feedback, let's say, on that relationship, and people just didn't seem to agree that brand belonged on the internet. It's so strange, our perception of these things. Like they're allowed to, people will support, I guess, and go to their website. But as far as having like a presence on social media or having a product that they offer and that you pay for.
They also have Wolf Blitzer.
I mean, they got Wolf Blitzer.
And that wasn't enough.
They got a guy named Wolf Blitzer who I've been compared to on many occasions. I don't know if you knew that. But I don't know who's going to shed a tear. I think about all the people who worked on it. I think about all the people getting fired. That's probably happening. March 29th, CNN took a step into the future of media, launching a new streaming service called CNN Plus that aimed to modernize its traditional television business and place a bet on the future of digital news consumption. But after a slow start, the new parent company, Warner Bros. Discovery, has already decided to shut down the service at the end of April. New CNN chief executive Chris Licht announced in a memo to employees on Thursday afternoon that that was obtained by the Washington Post. CNN Plus had launched with a ton of fanfare, featuring marquee talents like Chris Wallace from Fox News, Casey Hunt from MSNBC, and Audie Cornish from NPR. However, the network found difficulty convincing enough customers to pay the $5.99 monthly cost for the service, which offers a mixture of live and on-demand programming, including a large library of old shows from hosts like the late Anthony Bourdain. I just heard the numbers were really bad. Oh, my God. Number was lower than the expected for a service that had cost more than $100 million to create.
Ooh.
$100 million
Yikes.
to create.
They should have just hired us.
Super Duper Tech is asking about the Mike Tyson conversation. We have already covered the Mike Tyson conversation earlier in the show, so you can scrub back to see what's going on. Any updates we will cover going forward. If you guys see any updates on the Mike Tyson situation, be sure to leave it in the chat and we'll follow up. We have moved on to other breaking news, which is the death, the RIP CNN Plus. Man, they can spend money. Big corporations, they can just spend money. Just putting things together as experiments.
Yeah.
For us, like sometimes I feel it. I'm like, ooh, this experiment's expensive. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Because you don't know how it's going to work out.
No, I know, but Can you imagine 100 million and then you kill it in less than a month?
Oof.
100 million and you're like, whoops.
Gone. 30 days later. Poof.
Yeah, I really hope that they're able to salvage whatever they have.
What's the salvage? Once you tried your digital streaming service, like how many cracks do you get at it?
I don't think so. I don't think you get
Like
many, yeah.
people, what faith or confidence do people have in your next one?
Yeah.
I kind of had a similar, maybe an ounce of doubt when you had your other pluses come along, like Apple, their TV Plus, or Disney Plus, when you had your other brands. Disney's the only one that seemed to do it.
Yeah.
People were like, yeah, I'll pay for that brand.
Yeah.
Because it was more on the movie side.
Well, they already had everything.
But we're used to paying for Disney. Disney usually costs you money. You know, CNN usually doesn't cost you money.
This is a very good point. I didn't think of it
You
like
want to
that.
engage with Disney? Guess what? You got to go see a movie. You got to buy one, stream one that has some licensing. Oh, you want to interact with Disney? You go to their theme park. Oh, you want to interact with Disney? You got to buy a stuffed
toy or whatever.
I don't know what you got to do. You want to interact with Disney? You got to buy a drink from a fast food place that has a picture of an upcoming movie on it. It's always money.
Yeah.
There's no free Disney.
Yeah.
And so I think when they put the plus on it, it inspired a lot of other companies that were like, well, we can do that. But then it was the misstep was thinking that your brand was something that people would pay for when it was something they perceived as being free.
Yes.
Now, I know CNN is cable news, so it's certainly not free. But the way that people pay for cable is not for one thing.
Yeah.
It's a package thing.
It seems like a value.
And they're not attributing that payment specifically to that one brand. And so it becomes difficult to create that transition without providing tremendous value. Shout out Hazard Security says, I've been a subscriber for a very long time. I finally got a chance to listen to the live show because Willie Doo's early today. Keep up the great work. That's encouragement for you, Mo. While today's decision is incredibly difficult, it is the right one for the long-term success of CNN. It allows us to refocus resources on the core products that drive our singular focus, further enhancing CNN's journalism and its reputation as a global news leader. I don't know about all that. Because for me, it's like transition or die. For me, it's like movement. It's like evolution. There has to be some progress going on. I don't know about this next generation. Are my kids going to turn on CNN at any point in their lives? I doubt it. They don't even know what it is.
They're not going to have cable.
They don't even know what it is.
Yeah.
They know what Lou Later is, though, Will. I mean,
They're part of the community.
I mean, they're my kids.
Yeah, they have kind of no choice.
I forced them to know. No, but they have an internet-first lifestyle. They're not going to get a cable subscription. And if these companies, these traditional media companies, can't figure out an internet presence, then they can't have the next generation of customers. You got to figure something out, even if it's free. I mean, do better work on YouTube or something. There was a good example of a collab. New York Times went out and got Johnny Harris.
Was it Johnny Harris?
Do I have the right name? He does amazing videos on YouTube. I just want to make sure I got the right name here. And they go out and get him. Yes. And he's already crushing videos on YouTube. And they say, can you help us out here? And so then he goes and he essentially creates videos on his own for the New York Times channel. All of a sudden you're watching it and you're like, whoa, okay. Okay. You guys are paying attention to an extent. I'm sure there's all kinds of traditional media problems that exist for them too. And they got paywalls and everything else. Shout out Oscar.
Lou Later Plus?
No, we don't need it. It doesn't even have to be plus because it's already baked in there. You know, the community. It's the super chat's been blowing me away lately. I was looking at yesterday. It was like bang, 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 bang.
It was very colorful.
It's like, phew. I was like, wow, man, it's very encouraging.